Hello, everybody, and welcome into a new edition of the Patriots Film Room. I'm Evan Lazar for CLNS Media, and today we are going to break down Mac Jones's Week 9 performance against the Carolina Panthers. And in this game against the Panthers, and for obvious reasons, the Panthers have one of the best pass rushes in the NFL, one of the best pass defenses overall in the entire National Football League. The Patriots more or less took the ball out of Mac Jones's hands. He only threw 18 passes in this game, a very small sample size, and they turned him into an opportunist, someone that just was out there trying to make the throws when they presented themselves, get rid of the ball quickly, don't let the pass rush take things over, and essentially manage the game and be more of a sidecar or a supporting cast member instead of a lead actor, and let the defense and the running game, control the scoreboard. And at the end of the day, it worked out. The Patriots win 24-6. They get exactly what they want out of this game in a blowout victory. But if you're Mac Jones and if the Patriots are focused in some game plans, and this isn't going to be every week because sometimes they're going to ask more out of Mac than 18 pass attempts, but in some game plans, if he's asked to be that supporting cast member, then he has to cut down on the turnovers. You cannot turn the ball over multiple times in a game where the Patriots are trying to ask you to just manage the football game. So we'll get to the turnovers here in a bit, but I do want to focus in the beginning here on a couple of throws that really stood out, that were good quarterback play, good process, good ball placement down the field, and just another indication that Mac Jones is really progressing in a great direction for the Patriots and continues to look like the franchise quarterback that he has looked like in the first 8 weeks of the season. So let's start with this play here, a third down completion to Hunter Henry right off the bat on the opening drive for the Patriots. And what the Panthers are going to do here is they are going to run what's called a wrap blitz. They are going to blitz this linebacker inside, and then they're going to wrap this linebacker around it, and they're going to twist there at the point of attack. And Mac Jones is going to stare down the barrel. And I love that phrase because it's so true for quarterbacks in so many instances where they got to stare down the barrel. They know they're about to get hit in the pocket. They know that they're going to get a running linebacker coming right at them, running right at them through the hole with nobody to block them. And he's going to stand in the pocket, deliver the football down the field, and just absorb the pressure. And when you see from Hunter Henry here lined up as this stand-up tight end, they're going to run this crossing pattern over the middle of the field, and the Panthers are going to play man free, which means that they're in man coverage across the board with just one deep safety in the middle of the field. Because these linebackers are joining the rush, there is no rat defender or robber defender at the sticks. It is just a man-free structure, and Hunter Henry's got this one-on-one matchup against AJ Bouye, and Mac Jones is going to stare down the pressure and deliver an accurate ball to move the chains on third down. So as we roll the play here a little bit, you're going to see this wrap pressure there by Carolina. Here comes Shaq Thompson right down the barrel, and Mac Jones has this one-on-one matchup in the middle of the field for Hunter Henry, winning his route on AJ Bouye. And you see the anticipation and the release from Mac Jones to beat the pressure and the ball placement to put it right on Henry for the first down. Let's watch it from the end zone angle, and you can really see the pressure coming right at Mac Jones here from Shaq Thompson. So here's the linebacker blitz. 49 going inside, Thompson wrapping around it and going outside. And here comes the pressure right here. And Brandon Bolden's going to get caught in like a 2-on-1 read. He's going to take the inside threat. It's going to leave Thompson free to run at the quarterback, just a free runner with no blocker in his face. And Mac Jones stares down that barrel, takes this hit, knows it's coming, and look at that ball placement. Perfectly right on Hunter Henry for a first down, and the Patriots are moving the chains. On this play, I love this post-snap read by the quarterback. The Panthers have a really good coverage call on this third down play for the type of concept that the Patriots are running. So the Pats are going to run mesh wheel. And what that is this mesh concept over the middle of the field with Hunter Henry and Jacoby Myers, and then a wheel route out of the backfield from Brandon Bolden. And what the Panthers are going to do to match this is they are going to play one cross. The Patriots play one cross a ton as well, but you're going to have this defender rally into the middle of the field, and he's going to cut off Jacoby Myers' crossing route. Stephon Gilmore is then going to fall off of Jacoby Myers and replace the rat defender in the middle of the field to help leverage Hunter Henry's route. So all of these routes in the middle, this cross by Hunter Henry and the cross by Myers, are going to be leveraged by Gilmore and by the deep safety in this one cross structure. So when Mac Jones sees this post safety rotation and he notices the one cross CB safety exchange in the middle of the field, he's going to come off that. He knows he has man to man with Bolden on with Shaq Thompson on Bolden, and he's going to throw the wheel down the right sideline against this post safety high structure here in the middle of the field. So as we roll the play, you're going to see that safety rotation. You're going to see 27 come down here, and he's going to look to cut this crossing route by Jacoby Myers. You see Hunter Henry working over here, and you see Brandon Bolden releasing up the field on the wheel. So here comes the exchange, right? This safety comes down. He takes away Jacoby Myers. Stephon Gilmore rallies back into the middle of the field to help Hunter Henry's route. And then here's the one-on-one on the top of the screen for Brandon Bolden on the wheel. And you know you have the post safety in the middle of the field who is not going to be a factor on an outside the numbers throw. And watch Mac Jones just drop this one on the back shoulder dime right there. So that's a great throw. It's also a great understanding of the coverage system and just kind of what the Panthers are doing coverage-wise. You can watch it again in full speed. You see that exchange in the middle of the field. You see them leverage those inside routes, and you see Mac Jones come off that primary read and hit Brandon Bolden on the wheel route. Let's watch it from the end zone angle, and you could get a real good look of that safety rotation. Here comes the safety, 27, comes down, takes Jacoby Myers. Gilmore replaces him. Matt gets to the wheel route, and look, that throw. That's just perfect ball placement on the wheel to Brandon Bolden. Here is the touchdown pass to Hunter Henry. And again, you're just going to see Mac recognize this man coverage. So Jacoby Myers here at the top of the screen, he's going to motion in this sift motion, as the Patriots call it. And fig motion, excuse me, is what New England calls this little short wide receiver motion. And he's going to notice that Henry's got this little stick route or curl route right here against man coverage. And when Gilmore follows Jacoby Myers inside, it's going to free up that window for him to throw this ball to Hunter Henry. So as we roll it, if Gilmore is going to stick right here in this zone, he actually sees also the running back draw this linebacker. So that's going to clear out this. Gilmore is coming this way to clear out that. And he knows that Hunter Henry is just going to sit right down here at the sticks, and that window is going to create itself. He waits for Gilmore to clear the window. He doesn't want to throw it too early and give Steph a chance to jump this throw. He waits for it to clear. There's the clear. And then he guns it in there for a touchdown. So just a nice quick game read really here from Mac Jones. We've seen the Patriots, we've broken it down on this channel a bunch of times. The Patriots run these quick game concepts all the time with Mac. This is just kind of like a flat hook kind of situation here, and he's able to gun it in there to Hunter Henry and get the touchdown. So just great process overall in all of those plays, and it really stands out for the Patriots in a lot of ways when Mac gets into these third down red zone situations, and he understands leverage really well. And that's what this play is going to be. Now, Jacoby Myers, he bobbles the throw, bobbles a catchable pass and gets tackled short of the line to gain. So the Patriots don't convert, but it's no fault of the quarterback. And what Mac Jones recognizes here is that this defender in the slot over Jacoby Myers is going to be inside leverage. And when these two defenders are taken by the outside receivers and Myers is just going to run this little out at the sticks from the slot, Mac knows it's a leverage read. He knows that he's got inside leverage defender against an outside breaking route, and he just can throw this ball. So as we're, oh, look at that rotation. So he even fooled me. So here comes Shaq Thompson's actually going to drop here, and they're going to drop it out like that. My fault. When Jacoby Myers runs this stick route here, you're going to see Shaq Thompson coming from the middle of the field, and Mac is just going to read this leverage route here. So here's the leverage, right? You have the wheel and the fade here on the sidelines, or the slot fade and kind of the go ball here, taking the coverage there. Shaq Thompson is middle inside leverage there on Jacoby Myers. Here comes the outbreaking route there, and Mac is just going to throw the ball into this leverage, right? And these are just the reads that the Patriots want to see Mac make. Now, if that bobble doesn't happen, this is a first down. But you notice that drop from Shaq Thompson here, And Mac just knows he's coming from the inside. He's inside leveraged. I know I'm going to have this outbreaking route. And he hits him right at the sticks with the catchable ball. Just got to get Jacoby to catch that one a little bit cleaner. Here comes the strip sack of Mac on Brian Burns, or Brian Burns strip sack from this game. And I talked about earlier in this about if you're going to be this game manager type, if you're going to be someone that they're going to just kind of carry in a game every once in a while so that the run game, the defense, and other elements of the team can take over, and they got to eliminate these kinds of turnovers. Now, on the left side here, there's definitely a protection breakdown between Hunter Henry and Isaiah Wynn. No doubt about it. The PFF guys, they put the sack on Isaiah Wynn. I think it's on a little bit of both guys. There was a something off about the exchange, right? That's all that boils down to. Now, that's all valid. And at the end of the day, the protection certainly could have done a better job of keeping Brian Burns away from Mac Jones here. And every coach that we spoke to today, from Carmen Brasillo, the offensive line coach, to tight ends coach Nick Caley, said that they could have done a better job blocking this. But at the end of the day, Mac Jones has 3.6 seconds in the pocket between the time that Brian Burns releases off the football and sacks him. So 3.6 seconds to make a decision. That's a pretty good amount of time for a quarterback in the NFL to make a throw. So although the protection eventually does break down, there's plenty of time for Mac to get rid of this football. And I think in a lot of instances, you can blame the protection if you want. In this instance, I blame the quarterback a little bit more than the protection and think that Mac needs to get rid of this ball. So what he gets held up on is Jacoby Myers here in the slot against Stephon Gilmore. Is his first read on this little post corner route against this single high coverage. And unfortunately, it just takes Myers a long time to get into this route. And what Mac's also going to have is an angle route underneath as sort of a check down option from Brandon Bolden. And Bolden is going to be wide open there, but it doesn't, Mac doesn't progress off of Myers long enough. Now, again, in Mac's defense, Myers needs to get in and out of this route quicker. This route cannot take this long, and he cannot break this many times at the top of the route to try to throw fakes and stuff like that at Stephon Gilmore to get open, because there's just not enough time in an NFL game, especially when you have Hassan Reddick and Brian Burns coming after your quarterback. You got to make this move faster. So as we roll the play here, you're going to see here comes Jacoby Myers, and he's just already covered here in my estimation. Yeah, he's going to separate late, but once again, way too much jockeying, way too much fakes and all that kind of stuff. It just takes too long for it to happen. If he breaks in immediately, then I think he's going to have this throw. I think he's got Gilmore out leveraged. The safety is too deep to be an influence. They should be able to hit this, but that's not what happens. And when you see here on the underneath part is that Brandon Bolden is winning on this angle route. So right now, by the looks of this, Mac should be coming off of Jacoby Myers and dumping the ball down to Brandon Bolden. Even though this is third down, he probably still has a first down to Bolden if he leads him into some yak here. Instead, he holds the football and hangs on that Jacoby Myers route, and it's too late by the time he gets off of it. But I want to run it in full speed again, because I'm not trying to, crap all over Jacoby Myers, but I just want to keep in perspective how long this takes Jacoby Myers to get into this route and get out of this break. I mean, it's just too long. See all those little fakes at the top? You can't do that. Too long. You got to get in and out of the route. But I want to show you the play from the end zone angle, because you get a much better look at Brandon Bolden and how open he is on this little angle route that he's going to run. So you see him get matched up here on this edge defender is going to drop into coverage, and he's got all this space in the middle of the field to run this angle route, and he's wide open there for Mac to hit him. There he is, right? Here's the passing lane. Here's Brandon Bolden. The defender's at least a step behind him. If Mac just makes this throw right now, this is a completion. It's probably a first down. Look at Jacoby Myers. He's still trying to get in and out of his break here at the top right screen of the screen. And here comes Brian Burns. Mac can beat this pressure with a quicker release. He's got to get rid of that football, and we can roll that end zone angle and full speed a little bit faster. So really, in my mind, both of these turnovers in this game, the Gilmore interception and this Brian Burns strip sack, could have been negated by Mac Jones if he gets rid of the football a little bit quicker on the strip sack. And if he obviously makes a better decision on the interception by Gilmore, where the play really wasn't covered and Gilmore was all over it the entire time, probably one that you would much rather Mac put in his back pocket. But still, four positive plays that we showed, two really good ones on third down, the Hunter Henry first down that we showed right off the top, and the wheel route to Brandon Bolden, high level quarterback plays, good downfield throws, good post snap reads of the coverage and of the blitz, standing in there against pressure, staring down the barrel, all that kind of stuff. Cut down on the turnovers against these good defenses, and the Patriots will be just fine in the passing game and at the quarterback position. But once again, this has been your film review for week 9 of Mac Jones's performance against the Carolina Panthers. We'll be right back here next Tuesday to break down Mac against the Cleveland Browns, another really good defense and a really good pass rush. It's going to be interesting to see how Mac learns in that internal clock in his head, if he can speed it up a little bit against an even better pass rush, in my estimation, than what they just faced with the Panthers. So keep it right here and hit that subscribe button on Patriots Press Pass for all your Mac Jones film reviews, for Patriots Beat, for post game recap shows with myself and John Zanis. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe to Patriots Press Pass. I'm Evan Lazar for CLNS Media. Thanks for watching.